Hello YouTube and the tribe of the horror realm. We're doing our Alphabet of Awesome movie entry. This one is brought to you by a ADementedDomain, Jesse. And he selected, if you haven't guessed yet, motorcycle. It's been a long time, so we had it for the occasion here. Drag out all my motorcycle stuff. Anyhow, there's a lot of them. In fact, after Jesse had done this, I pulled out all my old motorcycle movies to watch again. So many bad ones, good ones. I mean, I was going through, when you came home was some of the Angel Unchained and Cycle Savages and of course Chrome and Hot Leather, which was a really good one.
And I got to see a new one that I haven't seen.
So more biker movies, but of course there's, and I'm surprised no one has picked this one yet, and that is of course Easy Rider, which is a legendary picture in its own right and kind of spawned all these movies. But we all have our separate ones, and you have one that is probably atypical of this look. But go ahead, what do you got, honey?
Mannequin. This is one of my favorite movies.
It goes right up there with all those great biker movies,
yeah.
like Cycle Savages and the Miniskirt Mob.
This is just one of my favorite all-time movies. There's a scene in the movie when Andrew McCarthy is on his motorcycle and he has Kim Cartel on the back of it, and of course everybody sees Kim Cartel as a mannequin, and Andrew McCarthy is the only one who doesn't. So he takes her out for the night and puts her on the back of the bike, and they're driving down this street and they come to a stoplight, and right next to them there's an old couple in like in a car, and the wife says to her husband, "Look there's a guy with a mannequin on the back of his bike," and the husband says, "Oh, who are you to criticize?" You know, and that's just the main part in the movie of when they go out for the night. So I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, there's comedy, there's romance, you know, and a little, you know, it's just a good movie. So that's why I picked it.
Well, I kept going back and forth on a lot of movies, which ones to go with that had motorcycles in them. I know Winter King had a great background with a bunch of them, and I was watching his video waiting for him to make picks that I was going to select, and he didn't, but he brought up ones like The Road Warrior. I want to add Mad Max to that, when Goose makes that peel out. That's got to be like the longest peel out you've ever seen in a lot of motorbiking movies. But I picked two of them. This one is actually not really well known for having a motorcycle scene. Vanishing Point, one of my favorite 70s car movies. And the part with the motorcycle, of course, is as he's driving cross country, he ends up finding a point where there's a woman riding a Honda, tooling around in the desert, butt naked on a Honda.
Really?
Yeah. How fantastic is that? Later on, said motorcycle is used to get him through a police barrier by strapping it to the roof of his car and rigging it so the lights on the bike flash back and forth, and they think it's a ambulance, so they split the police car barrier up so he plows right through. So Vanishing Point, fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, don't worry about the remake. See the original one here. That you can't go wrong.
I'll have to see it.
I love this movie. But the pick that I made, and it has a great motorcycle scene, great cast, just an all-around great film.
It was a good movie.
And it deserves to be considered an awesome movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Escape. And of course, the scene, just like hers, it's right on the front cover. When Hiltz ends up doing his escape. In case anyone doesn't know, the premise of this movie is based on a true story about a German Stalag, Luft 3, that was created to house the most notorious prisoners of war and especially escapees who were supposed to be inescapable. And yet they plotted to get out 250 men by digging tunnels. And they effectively were able to get out 76 of them. And out of the 76, I'd say maybe 15 actually got scot-free. About 11 or so were caught and returned to camp. 50 were caught and executed. But in this part, when he's making his escape, he ends up knocking a German soldier off his motorcycle and proceeds to go on a countryside chase, followed by the German soldiers all across this beautiful countryside. They filmed in Germany, so there's a great scene, and then there's of course him jumping the barbed wire fence with a bike, which of course the Queen does because the Queen won't let some people do things because he's a man's man. So I'm sure there's some people that have seen this and probably say, oh yeah, this is definitely an awesome movie. And others, if you haven't, definitely check it out.
I'm telling you, I started to watch it, didn't want to watch it. Got 15 minutes of the movie and that was it. I was hooked.
15, like 5.
5 minutes, and I got just right into the movie, and it was very powerful.
Well, that's our selection, and the next person, they got some idiot picking it, don't they? Oh, that was you.
Oh, yeah. I know how highly you think of me, honey. We've both been married for like over a year, and this is how it ends up,
Yeah, well,
after marriage, it's all downhill from there.
We've been here long enough with each other, so.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Jesse, for selecting me, or since we're kind of a tandem. I did J. She's doing letter N.
Yes, honey. Do you know the alphabet?
Yep. So I'll tell you right now that I'm gonna politically stump. I really want the letter W because I have an awesome one for W. And I know Winter King will love this one. Maybe a few others, but it's really good. So whoever has V, check with me and I'll tell you what it is and see if it's worthy of me getting the pick itself, because it is a really good one. All right. Thank you very much. We'll be seeing you.
Bye.